Faith Time, our weekly conversation on matters of faith. Joining us this morning are Micah Gaston and Cherie Shaw Lovett with the Pledge Group. Shrink the Divide is a religious event meant to bring congregations of all races together. That'll be happening this evening at Langham Municipal Park at 5. Picking up our conversation, talking about why there can be a racial divide between churches.
There's a lot of complex interplay there, the dynamics. I think often we can focus on the racial issues. I think sometimes there can be that. I think any follower of Jesus has to honestly ask, what are the prejudices that exist in my heart? And is there any tendency in my heart to demean another people group based upon color or culture or class or any of those dynamics in which I could see myself as superior? But once a person has dealt with those issues and repented of those, if they have them there, then I think the next step is just intentionality of saying, what are our cultural differences? You know, and that's something we often talk about as leaders in the Pledge Group. We gather regularly as a leadership team and just facing our cultural differences in the church, which usually tends to be the dividing walls. Like, how do we do church? And if we can put those things on the table and acknowledge those, I think it will give us an opportunity to begin to recognize there are some different ways we could approach how we do church to include different races, to include different people in our community, to reach new people groups and shift some of those norms. So the short answer is often it's a cultural divide, not simply just a racial divide.
Right.
Cherie, why are events like this weekend important?
It is so important that we gather together and the Stirring team, our board, take time to plan an event like this every year to invite the community. We just don't want to be at the table talking, but we want our community to see what we're doing by gathering them to an event to show them the body of Christ, how we have came together as pastors and leaders within this city.
Now, meteorologist Colleen Peterson with your First Alert Storm Team forecast.
Good morning. Well, bumpy ride if you're heading out of Pensacola International Airport. Those